Hey guys, K God here. I just want to talk about the progress update that the Helldivers team put in. And I honestly don't have much hope for this game, to be honest with you. As long as these devs are going to be balancing this way, because I know based on the Steam reviews that these guys have just talked out their ass before, and they actually have not followed through with certain stuff. And I'm tend to believe these guys more. So let me go through it real quick, and then I can talk about what my issues are with this. So it's good that they're working on weapon balancing and enemy behavior and the overall game mechanics. However, when we go through these updates that are supposed to be released this month, armor penetration, anti-tank weapons, enemy armor, and health values are going to be reworked. Um, I don't know who's talking to them about armor penetration. I don't think anyone has that I've seen has complained that armor penetration is whack or that it's not fun. I think it's at a good spot right now with as in regards to armor. Let me just go to the next point and then we can maybe discuss it a little bit better. So they are overhauling a number of different enemies so that they feel more rewarding to kill when you use proper tools, but ensure they still feel formidable. Enemy bots, including Hulks, will have lower armor. Number of rockets fired for the Devastator and the gunship will be limited. Armor values of Chargers, Impalers, and Bile Titans will also be reduced. This to me kind of makes it seem like these guys don't even play their game. So Hulks having super crazy armor, I think, is totally fine because you can have tools to deal, and one shot the Hulks. However, when you have more than one of these guys, it becomes a problem. So I think that they should code it so it limits how many Hulks can be spawned during a fight. Otherwise, to me, their main problem is how far their fucking flamethrower reaches. Like, that to me is not fun. If it was reduced and maybe if they were just a little bit slower, so they're not catching up to you so fast, I think that's their big problem with Hulks. And the little gunships that will patrol and stuff, those guys are so fucking annoying, dude. I feel like that's stuff that should be dealt with, not like armor. This is especially evident when they're talking about nerfing the Chargers and Palers and the Bile Titans with armor. That's kind of the point of them, right? Like, they're supposed to be tough. Think of all the enemies, and like nobody really disrupts you as much as these three guys or these three bugs, especially the Charger, man, because if you have like two or three, it's really hard to deal with them because you have to just kind of kite them and hope that you can kill them real quick so you can get to the next one. So it's not necessarily that the armor is the issue, it's the amount of these guys that can spawn, right? This is most evident when you're facing more than one impaler. When you have like two impalers in a fight and you have the rest of the bugs after your ass, you can't play the game. Like, straight up, you just can't play the game. You have to deal with these guys, or you just have to like run and just time your dives so you don't get fucked by the fucking tentacles. Like, it's one argument that the Imperial has too much health, which I think they do, considering that they can tank a shit ton of stuff. But when you have two or three Impalers and they're covering each other, like, that's the issue here, man. It's not the armor. It's like I can't play the game with this shit. And even the Bile Titan having like really strong armor, it makes you like scared of them. If these armor values are significantly reduced, so they're not much of an issue, it's kind of gonna reduce like how strong they are. So I know they're like reworking it in tandem with the weapon armor penetration, but to me the main point of this is that why are they focusing on this when this was never really the issue to begin with? And then this is even more evident when they're talking about the buff to autocannons, heavy machine guns, anti-material rifles, and also talking about looking at weapons that are underperforming and overperforming. Overperforming, I don't think there's any gun right now that's currently overperforming. I think there's guns that people prefer and that are like the best option. And it's not that these weapons are overpowered. It's just like, why would I take a regular auto shotgun or um, a regular pump action shotgun when I can just take the auto shotgun that has fire on it, or the auto shotgun that has explosive ammo that also penetrates medium armor? It's these guns are so like far away, like far ahead of these other guns. It's like, why would you ever take these other guns? And your solution to that is to bring down those guns, which aren't really even overpowered to begin with. These guns should be getting these guns that are underpowered should be getting buffed. There should be no mention of overperforming. And that's what these comments are complaining about, is that you guys just keep fucking nerfing shit. So you guys have not learned your fucking lesson. And it's ridiculous, like the heavy machine gun, anti-material rifle buffs. Why? These guys don't play their fucking game, dude. Everyone I know uses the anti-material rifle. That gun is strong as fuck. Like, it doesn't need a buff. To me, it's just like, everything that I've already mentioned is them balancing stuff that really should not be touched. And to me, that just tells me that these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. I think they got lucky with this gameplay loop, just like the Dead by Daylight devs and the Heroes of the Storm devs. I think, and 7 Days to Die devs, right? They really got something awesome and really fun here, that I can get behind. But again, just like those aforementioned games, we've got dumbass developers that listen to an echo chamber, because I know they have their Discord, and that's where they're probably getting their feedback from. It's like you guys are just running into the ground. And I like this game, but on these previous games that I've played that I've really, really loved, I've learned to just not attach myself to the game. So, to see this game, if it's just going to die, it is what it is. But I'm currently having fun with it. I think there's more important shit that these guys should focus on, like the prevalence of a ton of bugs still in this game. The fact that the bugs that spit at you will literally hit behind you at nothing, and you can still get hit. The overabundance of certain enemies, enemies that are just will not be there 1 second. You turn around, you turn back in a second, and they're suddenly there. I think that's stuff that these guys should even be working on in the first place, as well as adding more enemy types, adding more enemies, adding more biomes. I think it's not overly complicated to bring people back to this game, or to keep creating content for this game. You have a really good base. It's just, I don't think you guys know what the fuck you're doing, to be honest. So I would like to see those changes that I mentioned, to this game, because that's really all it needs. And more stratagems, creative stratagems. Guns is always going to be kind of hard to kind of imagine up, because a gun is a gun, but they have the foundation there, and these guys are just kind of throwing it away. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Thanks for making it this far, if you made it this far. Hopefully the team pushes through, but I really fucking doubt it. But hey, maybe I'll see you on this game too. Thanks.